Friday with four great things. We got leading off is hot takes today. Batting second, we got award predictions. Batting third, we got weekly signings, and then the cleanup hitter, the Cubs talk. So, and you're joined with me, Devon Osman.
I'm Johnny Clumpy.
And we're going to get right into it with our leadoff hitter hot takes. Johnny, do you have any, or do you want me to just start it
You
off?
can start. You can start.
All right. I messaged on Snapchat yesterday asking a bunch of friends if they want to send me any hot takes, and I'll go ahead and go to my first one that I got from one of my friends. Rowan sent me yesterday, A's make the playoffs, is his hot take. I'll let you respond to that first.
I mean, they've made some splashes more than they have usually right after they leave Oakland. So we talked about that last week. But the problem is they don't really have great options everywhere. Like Brent Rooker's good, and then Lawrence Butler's good, and that's about all they have in the lineup really. And then Mason Miller's awesome, but that's one closing pitcher, and that's not going to carry you to a playoff spot. I just think they're missing a complete team to be able to make the playoffs.
So you sell.
I disagree, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to be a bit more positive on my side of it. So, you got the they're not making it through wild card. It's going to be through division if they do make it. Wouldn't you agree? If they were, they're not going to get through
but
wild
you
card.
have to
Okay.
win the division over the Mariners
Yeah.
and
Okay.
Astros.
So, in that division, Angels, unless they got 150 games from Mike Trout, I'm counting them out.
Okay, well, hey,
I'm
let's
counting
hope Mike
the
Trout
Angels
plays,
out.
okay?
Okay, but I'm counting the Angels out. Then you got, who's the bad team in that division? I can't think of. There's Rangers, Astros, Mariners.
Angels. The Angels and them are the bad teams.
Oh.
Yeah, and with the Rangers, who should be better this
Okay.
year. They have to beat those
So
three
here,
teams.
I want to give you a path of how the A's could win. Angels don't get, Mike Trout doesn't stay healthy.
Okay, let's not talk like that, please. We all want to watch Mike Trout play baseball again.
That is true.
At a high level. So let's.
But I'm just,
let's
it's
say,
a path.
Okay, let's say Mike Trout plays, but the rest of the team sucks. Let's put it that
Mike
way.
Trout can carry. Okay.
Not really.
Second is...
They had Shohei and they won 60 games.
Second is going to be the Rangers aren't healthy. Just like last year, when they weren't healthy, they didn't play. Seager was out. All their pitching was out. They didn't play. So if the Rangers aren't healthy, that's how the A's passed them. Mariners, they haven't done anything this offseason. Their biggest signing is Donovan Solano and Miles Mastrobuoni. Those are their two guys they've gotten. Like, that's not doing anything. So, yes, they have that great pitching staff, but I like the A's offense, I think, more than the Mariners' offense. Due to the fact that Rooker has been better the last 2 years than the Mariners' best hitter, Julio Rodriguez. You can look it up, but I know Rooker had like a 160 OPS plus.
Definitely last year, but I think this is...
Miguel, and then you got like Lawrence Butler doing good. Esteury Ruiz, just speedster. Miguel Andujar had a good bounce back season with them. Their infield's young guys, but I mean they signed Gio Urshela, and then their catcher Shea Langoliers, he's got pop in that bat, and then their bullpen is really good. If you look at their underlying stats for most of their bullpen guys, it's really good. And then they got the best closer in the game. He's not going to get the most saves, but he, in my opinion, is the best closer in the game, Mason Miller. So I think they're better than the Mariners. So then it's just Astros and A's based on this path that I'm making. Only problem is I don't see how you beat the Astros.
Yeah, because they're still, like, good. I mean, Verlander isn't like a... Oh, wow.
Verlander's gone.
Well, I'm saying, like, but losing him isn't like, oh, that's 10 losses now that we don't have. This pitching staff has a lot of depth. They basically have a mini Verlander and Hunter Brown.
They don't have
hopefully puts it together.
Though. I know
That's
that.
true, but I mean,
So
and they lost Bregman, but
the way the A's passed the Astros is they sell at the deadline because of a bad start. Like last season, they had a bad start. So I think that's the thing that has to happen is a slow start and then they sell at deadline.
I just think this is the year that Julio Rodriguez puts it together, like since his rookie year. Because his rookie year was great the whole year, and then
I like Julio.
I know,
I'm
I know,
not hating
I
on
know.
Julio.
I know it wasn't like a shot at him because he only had 116 OPS only, which is crazy to say. Like being like, oh, that's not that good.
Mhm.
Like we saw what he could do his rookie year. His rookie year, he was great the whole year. Then last year, or 2 years ago, or in the 2023 season was like struggled a little bit and then really picked it up once we hit like the end of July, and then he just returned to being Julio Rodriguez for the end of 2023. Then last year, it was the same story as his second year, but this time it lasted all the way into like August before he picked it up. So I think this could be the year where he puts it together and gets back to that rookie form. And if he can do that, then I would take the Mariners with him and that pitching staff.
So I'm not going to sell it, but I'm not going to buy the A's. So, but do you got a hot take, or I got a couple more we can go to? If you don't have one, we'll do this more this offseason.
Yeah, I don't really have.
Okay. You're fine. I got one from my friend Vincent. He said that, who was it? Oh, it was Devers hits 40 plus homers this year.
I mean, okay, well he plays at Fenway, but is it really a hot take? Like I know,
Devers never.
okay, I know he's never done it before, but
Yeah.
like, he has the ability to. Like the power's been there his entire career.
Yeah, but I think his career has like 33. So I mean, I would say it's not. Or no, his career high is 38. So I think he said 45 actually. I brought it down. So I think he said 45 homers for Devers. His career high is 38 back in 21.
Yeah, and that was the most games he played in a season. So I guess he would need to get back to playing like a full year to be able to do it, because like if he doesn't get to 155 plus games, he's not going to do it. Yeah, I'd probably sell it too, because yeah, I guess he hasn't been like I mean, he always has the potential to do it. He's just got to like catch a couple more, like, or play in better stadiums where some of those doubles that he hits turn into homers. But I'd probably sell, because I don't think 45 is a lot. Like, I mean, how many people have even done that the last like 3 years? It's been like Shohei, Aaron Judge, Schwarber, because like Santander didn't even get there, and he was like the second leading in homers in the AL.
Olsen
did it too.
So I mean, it's not easy to do. So that's why it's a hot take. I'm also going to sell until Devers is a DH. Until they make him a DH, I don't think then he'll play a lot more. So it's just, if they get Nolan Arenado, I'm buying this. But they have to get Nolan Arenado, because I've heard talks about that.
Yeah.
So, and then we can go ahead. Well, I think I have one more from Bryce. I was talking to him yesterday at baseball. He's on my team, and he said the Guardians make the World Series.
I mean, I'm not against it. Their pitching is really good, obviously. You have the most like consistent hitter in baseball over the last like half decade. It's always going to be like 30-30 with Jose Ramirez, basically. That's at the worst. Like, you're getting 30 home runs. He's going to get on base all the time. And if the rest of the offense can pick it up, like if you get oh wait, never mind. Sorry, he's no longer on the team. That'd been bad. Andres Jimenez.
You.
I was gonna say, like, if he gets back to the 2 years ago where he was good.
I mean, you got Carlos Santana.
38-year-old.
Stint.
But I mean, yeah, I guess But the pitching's good enough. The bullpen's obviously amazing. And they competed with the Yankees last year.
Mhm.
Like, they were right there. It was, I know they lost in 5, but, like, it was a
Yeah.
close 5. And they're young, so the
They got
opportunities,
Shane Bieber back
Yeah.
for this postseason next year.
the opportunity is always there. Like, when you made the LCS the year before as a younger team,
Mhm.
I feel like the opportunity's there. It's just like if it's a buy or sell, it's like, would I like place a bet down that the Guardians are going to make the World Series? Probably not.
Yeah.
So I'll sell it.
I'm also selling pretty much for what you said, and that's pretty much it. And their offense is Jose Ramirez, and then it just goes down a bit. So it's like, and their catchers, neither of them are great. Bo Naylor just hasn't hit well, so it's just, I want to sell.
And they
I think
lost
there's
Josh
other-
Naylor too. So
I think there's other AL teams that are just better. And now I'll save. I had a hot take, but I'll save it for next week or some other time. And we'll go ahead.
actually, wait, no, never mind.
Okay, we'll go ahead and go to awards predictions. I have not thought of this at all. I was planning last night, everything else out. Have no idea, so I'm just going to throw these out from my head. So I'll let you go out first, though. We'll start with Cy Young.
Cy Young. Okay. Well, I think in the NL, he'll be coming off of Tommy John, but he's only been absolutely amazing in Major League Baseball. Well, there's another guy too. I think it's going to be a very close race between two guys, two very young pitchers. But I think Strider would be my pick. Obviously,
I think he's
unless he
missing
misses,
2
if he misses
months.
time, then maybe not.
So I don't think I won't because he's missing 2 months.
If he's missing 2 months,
I
then
believe
okay.
that's what it is.
All right, then I'll go to my next, Paul Skeens. I mean, like, I think these two, it's just going to be like for a decade where they're just going to be throwing 100 down your throat and you just can't do anything with it. Like, it's unhittable. It's just unreal. Like, it's crazy to watch that, like, if he would have pitched a full year, he would have ran away with the Cy Young. Which is, like, crazy to think about. His ERA was sub-2 last year. Obviously, I know the sophomore slumps are a thing, but, like, just watching him so fun. And, like, I think he has it.
It's your AL you want to say as well?
I say we go, like, NL,
Okay.
NL.
So NL, I don't know. I mean, Skeens is the obvious pick, but I don't also, as a Cubs fan, I refuse to do that. I'm going to, oh God, this could be so bad because then it locks me up in my rookie of the year as well. I'm gonna go Roki Sasaki.
Really?
I'm gonna go Roki Sasaki. Because
So you think he's signed? Oh, NL. So you're going
It's
to
2 of the 3 teams he has
the
talked to is
Dodgers or the
NL.
Padres.
He's not going to the Blue Jays, so they're both NL. And both of them are good at developing pitching. It's very... I mean, this might as well be a hot take, to be honest. And also, this is my fault for not doing research beforehand. But I want to just go Roki Sasaki because if he just fixes his fastball a bit, I feel like he could be really good. I mean, Imanaga showed how good these Japanese pitchers are.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I want to go Roki. I
Okay.
don't know. And I want to say it, Roki Sasaki for the San Diego Padres.
Okay. All right. So for the AL, can we get funky?
I mean,
I don't know if you know who
pick's off.
who I'm referring to when getting funky. Like really funky,
Nestor
not like
Cortez is on the Brewers.
not like no. Like we're going different than that.
Okay.
Like this is like would be a history making. Could I say Emmanuel Clase? Do we think he can do it
This
again?
is all you. Don't bring me into this.
Like okay, because
This is
I
all
have
you.
another guy. So like, I was gonna ask. I wanted to ask your opinion.
A reliever can. That's
Okay,
what I'll
that-
say. But
Okay,
I
all right,
don't
I'm taking
bring
that as a
me-
no. So my other pick would be Cole Reagans, of the Royals. He just keeps getting better and better each year. and I expect him to continue to be great. I mean, last year finished with a 3.14 ERA, but was one of the best. And I think him and this entire Royals team is just going to keep getting better, so he would be my pick.
Yeah.
But I'm going to get really funky. Emmanuel Clase.
So you got to lock one in, though. This is our awards predictions.
Cole Reagans, then.
Okay. Because I locked into Sasaki.
That's
Whether I crash and burn, I'm going with Sasaki. All right, AL, I actually not going to go crazy. I don't think you'll think of this name because he missed all of last year, I believe. Yeah. The Tampa Bay Rays ace, Shane McClanahan, is back this year. I believe he's pitching the whole season, or he'll start the season. I don't know if he'll stay healthy, but if he stays healthy, this guy is really good.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay Rays. Only problem is that they're in a minor league park, so that helps a bit. Also, that helps the A's hitters, but we're already past that. But the Rays, I want to go Shane McClanahan for AL Cy Young. And I feel like that's not crazy to say.
Yeah, I like that.
So, Rookie of the Year, I'll go first. NL, Roki Sasaki.
I think we have the same guy.
You're going to go
If he
Roki?
signs in the NL, he's going to be so good. Like, he's going to be very good if he, stays.
Yeah.
Or
Okay,
if he does go in the NL.
So we both say NL, Roki Sasaki for Rookie of the Year.
I mean,
My runner-up, though, will be Matt Shaw. If I didn't make Roki my Cy Young.
if Roki wasn't, as good as because he's going to be so good, I feel like just, the talent is, there. Dylan Cruz, I feel like, would be a fun one because he's still in consideration for the Rookie of the Year next year. So I think he would be a good one.
Yeah. All right. And then AL, Rookie of the Year. I have my guy. Can I think of his name right now? Oh, yeah, I can. So you want me to go?
You can go.
Rowan Anthony?
Roman Anthony, the Red Sox.
Roman Anthony is going to be my guy. If he starts season, that's my pick for Rookie of the Year. He's been a good player in the minor leagues. He has a chance to make the starting roster for the Red Sox because Cruz left the or not Cruz, O'Neill left
Tyler O'Neill.
Red Sox. So I feel like this guy this year in the minors, 291, 396, 894 was his slash line. So I mean, or not the OPS, I said OPS, not slogan, but I mean he's really good. I feel like he's got the best chance, and he's the only guy I could think of. Is Holiday still able to?
Probably. I
still take
I have a different Oriole. I mean, the only problem is that it's the Orioles minor league system, and they have 40 guys that could all be in Major League Baseball, but the Major League team is so good that they all are just stuck playing in AAA.
Is it a third baseman?
If Kobe Mayo can get into the majors, he could probably be that just straight Rookie of the Year with his power and plays multiple positions. He's a top 10 prospect. Baltimore's number 1. So I think he can definitely make that Rookie of the Year impact, especially on a team that, I don't think they don't necessarily need it. They have enough talent everywhere else, but be another good boost for them.
I mean, they do need a pitcher, but that's besides the point. We'll end with MVP. Also because I don't know who I'll go with. So, Manager of the Year, more of, underdog team of the year is really what this kind of is, realistically. So, what do you want, AL or NL first?
I need to look at some names.
I don't know the names. Yeah.
Okay, because I have my AL one.
Okay. You say it.
Dan Wilson of the Seattle Mariners. I think they can get back to where they were in 2021 and 2022, where they can make that playoff push. Once again, we already talked about earlier. I think Julio Rodriguez, if he can return to form, that pitching staff just stays well, they can go from out of the playoffs under 80 wins to in the playoffs firm as a wild card team, or maybe win that division because obviously the AL West is kind of the worst the AL West has been in like a decade, really. Like
Yeah, because now the Astros kind of.
I mean, even
down.
them, this is the worst the AL West has been in a long time because the Rangers were good before the Astros were on the the Rangers would make the playoffs every year and win like 90 games, but I think with the weaker division. And this roster still has talent. I know the offense isn't amazing, like we were talking about. There's things that you would like to fix, but if they can make one like impact trade deadline trade, I think with this pitching staff and obviously Julio Rodriguez, Dan Wilson could win Manager of the Year.
I'm going to stay in the division with my pick. And really quick, do they have to make the playoffs to win Manager of the Year?
I don't think so. No, you don't have. It's not like a requirement. It usually ends up being.
It is,
but didn't Hinch win it?
The Tigers?
When the Tigers went like.
I don't know.
Had like the craziest second half. They missed the playoffs, but like they were so bad in the first half that they like made a playoff push.
This year that he.
Well, they did that this year, but like
I don't know.
last year they also last year or 2 years ago they did the same thing. Like, but they didn't make the playoffs.
I don't know, but Mark Kotze of the Athletics.
Okay, yeah, that's where I knew you were going.
I mean, I sold the take of them making the playoffs, but I mean, even if they get over 500, I feel like that is a great accomplishment for this team. And I don't want to spend 3 minutes talking about the A's. Really, we already talked about them, but I feel so. I want to just go Manager of the Year, Mark Kotze of the Oakland A's.
Well, there's gonna be like a team in the NL, but I can't think of one.
I got one, but I don't want to start with it, but I can if you want.
You can start.
I don't have to look it up, because mostly it's given to the team that you don't think of makes playoffs. Craig Counsell.
Yeah,
Cubs.
but like the Cubs have expectations. That's the problem. Like,
yeah, but they haven't made it in like 6. No, they haven't made it since 2020.
It's 5 years. But like, people are high on the Cubs. Like, this isn't like a team where it's like, oh, they don't have any talent on the roster. Will they make the playoffs? This team has talent. Because like, I was thinking Counsell, and then like, I don't know. I mean, Terry and Cincinnati, if he can put together something. But like,
as a Cubs fan, don't
no,
say
I know,
that.
but like, so let's go through the teams in like the NL. Like, everyone thinks the Mets are going to be good. Everyone thinks the Phillies are going to be good.
Okay,
everyone thinks
you
the
could
Braves,
do Nationals.
Everyone, okay, the Nationals are not winning any games.
The Rockies.
They're White Sox bad.
Okay.
Like, they're bad. Like, they're
Fine.
terribly bad. So like,
so your options are the Reds. The NL especially.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, the National League is like the Brewers. I mean, it could be them because everyone expects them to drop to like 82 wins every year, and then they manage to get 90 wins every year.
Yeah.
Like, the Cardinals aren't going to be good. The Cubs have expectations this year. The Brewers were in the playoffs last year. The Reds and Pirates are like the only two options because they actually have talented rosters enough to do it. The NL West, it's never going to be Dave Roberts ever again.
I mean,
who's in San Francisco?
You could go Diamondbacks manager.
Yeah, but they were in the playoffs
Or
2 years ago.
do Giants then.
They missed the playoffs by this.
Okay, Giants manager.
Is it?
I don't know.
Is it not?
I don't know who
Is it not?
Bob Melvin?
It is Bob. Okay, that's what I thought.
Then do him.
Yeah, but like,
It's top heavy. You have to go with
like
unless you want to go with the Reds, Brewers, or Pirates. Then you have to go one of the top heavier teams.
because like,
Or the Cubs. I don't count Cubs as top heavy, but you know.
but the Pirates didn't do anything different this
I
year.
know,
Like,
so don't
so
go
like
with
if the
them.
Pirates win games, it's more of just a talent
Yeah.
improvement because of how
So-
young the roster.
So it's not them. The
But-
Red.
I mean, yeah, I guess maybe the Giants. Yeah, probably Bob Melvin. I don't know.
Alright.
This is like a. It's just such a top-heavy league. Like, even the
It's
Mets.
manager of the year.
Like the
at
Mets
end,
had
yeah.
talent though was the thing too. Like, it was just more surprising how
Yeah.
good they were because they started off so bad. But like, if you would have told me before the year that the Mets were good, it would have been like, okay, well they have Francisco Lindor. They have a. I guess the pitching wasn't great. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this league is so top-heavy. It's very hard to pick a manager. And like it very well could be Craig Counsell. I don't want to also pick him because we're both Cubs fans, and then we just look like.
I mean, we both took
Complete homers.
Sasaki, and he isn't going on the Cubs, so.
Yeah, but it's
Sad.
rookie stock. Yeah, it's like 25, and he throws like 100 million miles an hour, and is good, really good. So
He's actually like 23. If he was 25, then he could get paid.
that's right.
Funny enough. So Bob Melvin, Giants. This is what you're going to go with. All right. Platinum Glove or Comeback Player of the Year? What do you want to go?
Probably Platinum Glove.
Okay. You got.
I've got 2 in the NL.
It's one of each.
I know, but I have like really thanks. Like I have 2 guys in the NL.
Just say them. Say both.
Because I think if he stays healthy, I think Fernando Tatis can do it again.
Okay.
Because he's really good in right field.
Yeah.
And then Ke'Bryan Hayes is also amazing, especially if Nolan Arenado. But he's been kind of struggled the last 2 years. Like there was the year where he should have beat out Arenado, but because it's Nolan Arenado, they just kind of gave it to him. But like he should have won that year. But since then, he's been a little bit down as a defender. But like especially if Arenado goes to the Red Sox, like he's going to be the best defensive third baseman in the NL. I mean, well, I guess Matt Chapman's there now, and he's great. But I think I'll say I think Fernando Tatis can do it again. I might be a little biased. He's one of my favorite players, but like he's done it before, and he's been the tools for him to be a great defender have always been there. It was just like he had an error problem at shortstop, and then everybody called him a bad defender, even though like athletically he gets to balls that other guys can't even get to in the field. So when you get like a throwing error, it'd be like, all right, well the average MLB shortstop can't even get to this ball. So it's like the tools have always been there because of how athletic he is, but I think he puts together another Platinum Glove level season this year.
He already won. He's
He
won.
won one
Yeah.
23.
So, Tatis was my idea. I don't want to do the same thing as you, though. So, yeah. So, you kind of took it from me. And I'm not going to go with the same guy. It's Platinum Glove. It could pretty much be any of these top defenders. So, I want to throw a dart. And I want to go Gabriel Moreno. Do you even know who that is?
Yeah.
Okay. Diamondbacks catcher. I mean, if you look at Zetcast, he's 79th in caught stealing above average, 74 in framing, and 90th in pop time. So I mean, it's possible.
Yeah.
And then I know they don't consider. I know they say they don't consider bat, but I mean Juan Soto was in the Gold Glove race, so you tell me. And Moreno's a decent catcher, and then Johnny's just hitting his mic over here. So, but either way, I want to go Gabriel Moreno.
I like it.
Okay.
Sticking the NL West. I would have struggled to pick an AL, but then Marcus Semien is absurd at second. Like he is off the charts good at second. The only problem is at second base. So like, it's not that as valuable
I think
as like the other
Andres
positions.
Gimenez won one.
Yeah, but he once again because he had that like off the charts second base, and I think Semien can do that. He's really good at second. He was really good last year. Like he was like because he struggled at the beginning of the year. He was like couldn't get a hit. He was OPSing like 710, but he was like that's also because every other AL second baseman was like bad. But like besides him and Altuve was hitting well. But it was like Semien should be. Everyone was like not like people who like talk baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I know it's a fan voted award, so whoever gets in is like questionable. But like everyone was like. You'd watch like MLB Network and be like, well, yeah, like Simmons only OPSing 710, but like his fielding value is just so good. Like he's got to be the all-star. So I think that if he puts together for a full season, obviously if they stay healthy and win some games, he'd be my pick for Platinum Glove.
Mine is going to be in the same division. We just keep. I don't know why we keep doing this, and they're just coming off the dome. He's got 3 great defenders in the infield with him. Isaac Paredes, Pena, and Altuve. Christian Walker.
You think he finally gets...
Christian Walker has been a great first baseman for the Diamondbacks, and I feel like his infield defense is just improved. Pena's really good. Isaac Paredes is good with the glove. Like he's actually pretty good if you look at it, and then Altuve is Altuve.
Yeah.
I know he's not great defensively, but
he's never going to be like,
it's
oh,
Altuve.
wow, look at how many balls he's like. Yeah.
And then you got Christian Walker scooping everything.
Yeah.
I want to just throw a dart at Christian
And let's
Walker.
put it like, not that the Diamondbacks infield was bad, because especially this last couple of years,
Yeah.
like Perdomo's good, Marte's good.
But Pena's better.
But like, yeah, no,
than-
but it's improvement at each position. I just wanted to like,
Yeah.
we're not trying to throw shade at the Diamondbacks defense, like they have a good defense,
Mhm.
but the infield in Houston is
So,
very good.
I want to say that. And then comeback player of the year. Shane McClanahan for my
Oh,
AL, because I have a winning Cy Young coming off injury. That'll go to him.
Well, I'll do my NL because I don't really have an NL on it. I said him earlier because I picked him for Cy Young, but obviously I don't think
Say
he'll
him.
qualify for. But I think Strider. Obviously, he probably won't qualify for Cy Young, but you can
Comeback
play
player of the year. Yeah.
like only you can miss 2 months and still win comeback player of the
Mhm.
year. And obviously, Strider's just gonna be
Yeah.
good all the time. I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
It's the Paul Skeens thing. It's like I haven't seen him struggle, except in two playoff games. He didn't even struggle the second time, like in 2023 against the Phillies. They just didn't put up any runs to help him.
Yeah.
But the first time he played in Philly, he struggled. But like outside of that, like you just don't see Spencer Strider struggle at all. So.
So yeah.
Oh, I mean, they actually have so many. Acuna could do it. Like I think again because I think he won it a couple years ago. Did he win it a couple years ago?
I don't know.
Did he win in his MVP year?
No.
Because he came back in 22 and wasn't really good, but then he actually like was absurd in 23.
Does it say it on a Baseball Reference if they won comeback player of the year?
Don't know. I mean, they have like an entire team of candidates because the entire team was hurt last year.
Yeah. Here, I'll check Bellinger's page. That's how I'll know, because I know he won it.
Oh, if he won it in 23, then Acuna didn't.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah, because Acuna. Yeah, never mind.
So Strider
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
My pick.
for NL.
I was just saying Acuna is another like.
Yeah, I need to do my NL, and I think I have to go with the same team, obviously, because everyone on that
Everyone
team
was
is
hurt.
injured. I'm not gonna go with.
Sale won it this year, didn't he?
Yeah, I'm not gonna go with Strider. Also, it doesn't say it on Baseball Reference. I'm gonna go with. I think I want to go with someone that was healthy. It's just he wasn't.
You just
He
like
didn't
the Cody
perform.
Bellinger.
Yeah, I want to go
Time to
Matt
come back.
Olson.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know what much to say. It's just he was down, and I feel like if he goes back to hitting 50, if he hits 50 homers,
Well,
he could be
yeah.
in consideration. So that's
Absolutely.
what I want to go with. I don't know what much to say, and obviously I have no thought at all going into this. So I'll just go Matt Olson, and then you need AL. There's a couple guys coming off Tommy.
the guy
John.
that
You could just
came,
go.
yeah, the guy that came in my head. Well, Shane McClanahan's a really good one. I don't want to steal from you, but I really like Shane McClanahan. I don't want to like. Seager was good last year though, and
He
didn't miss
was.
a
I
ton
don't
of
think
time,
he can-
but he did miss time.
Yeah, I don't think.
So
it
that's
could
where
be
it's like-
him. I know a guy that I would go with if I didn't say Shane McClanahan, Cy Young.
The AL is just like.
Do you want
I
me to
mean,
give
like
you the answer?
Trout. If
Yeah.
if he stays healthy,
You
but
could.
that's the problem. It's like we haven't seen him healthy, so I don't know if he.
I
Can
mean,
stay
you were
healthy.
saying don't wish upon it, so
I
go
don't.
ahead.
Yeah, I want
it
to say
right
Mike
now.
Trout.
Okay.
I hope for the game of baseball's sake that we get the best player of this generation. Well, the best player of the 2010s because the current generation is now Shohei. I feel like, and he might already have a GOAT case in a 4-year prime, but that's a different conversation for a different day. So,
If we're
I will
doing
say-
short primes, Frank Schwindel.
But I think hopefully for the game of baseball's sake, for the MLB itself, Mike Trout gets back, hits 45 bombs,
Mhm.
plays great defense. It would just be a great thing for baseball as a whole to have Mike Trout back. Who was your like other AL?
Oh, that I could have gave you Shane Bieber.
Oh yeah.
So now we got MVP. ALNL.
I got both actually. Yeah,
I'll let you go then.
I say we do NL first because I
Okay.
think. Well, you're not gonna pick.
Yeah,
him,
it's very obvious I'm not going to pick him. Let's be honest now.
but like, he's gonna pitch next year. So how do you say no to him?
He's missing the first bit.
But he's going to probably hit 45 bombs again, and then he's going to pitch at a sub 3.5 level.
He's not stealing 50 this year.
He
so.
won't, but he's still going to hit
What a bomb.
45 and then pitch sub 3.5. So it's got to be Shohei. It's like it's laughable at this point. Like he's that it's an auto lock at this point. Like I don't even know what to like. You know the story. He's going to hit and this year's pitching. He's going to pitch at an elite level. He's going to hit at a all-time level.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to be like. There's more fun ones. I mean, actually, Skeens would be a fun one if he does what he did last year, pitching wise.
Okay,
but
I hate both of what you're saying. You should just stop talking and let me go.
Okay, I get that you're a Paul Skeens hater because you're a Cubs fan, but dog, he's really good at baseball.
I know. That's
But
why
like,
I don't like him.
But Shohei wise, it's just like you know the reasoning, and it's just.
Yeah. Let's just send Skeens to the Yankees already or Astros.
Yeah, probably.
So, Ohtani. For mine, I'm wearing a Schwarber jersey. This is a Schwarber jersey. I love Schwarber, but he's not winning MVP.
Okay, thank God. I was like, please don't.
I want to be right about something today,
Like,
and I know
okay, well, if you want to be
the
right,
highest chance of
if you
being
wanna
right,
be right, there's
Shut
one
up.
option.
is Shohei Ohtani. As much as it makes me want to throw up, I'm going to go Shohei Ohtani so I can be right for once.
Yeah.
And know I'm right. It's like a 90% chance.
It's a lot. It's like
It's a 90% chance.
it's like a guaranteed lock at this point. Like he's gonna go into the season
As long as he's
as
healthy.
like minus a 300 favorite for MVP, which is absurd to think about.
Because didn't he win the MVP missing 1 month with the Angels in
yeah,
23?
he missed the last half of the year.
I want to go.
But the only Seager might have won it, but Seager also missed like 30 games, so that's why he didn't win it.
So I want to go Ohtani.
My
Go
AL
your
one.
AL.
Oh, I think. Are you picking a infielder for yours?
I don't know who I'm picking. I think I'll just throw a dart.
I think you're
again.
gonna steal your idea from mine because we're gonna pick because you like the counterpart of this player. I'm gonna say Gunnar Henderson
Oh.
because I mean
Yeah, that. I was thinking
Through-
someone else, and then you said it. So yeah.
through
Okay.
May last year, it was him and Judge. Or actually, no, it wasn't even. It was him through May last year because he led the AL in home runs for a while, and then he was a good defender. His WAR was absurd just by hitting, and then obviously Aaron Judge on steroids,
Yeah.
basically the last half of the year, and he ran away with the award. But Gunnar is gonna be mine.
Okay, until you said Gunner, I was thinking Jose Ramirez.
Oh yeah.
But then you said Gunner, and then you said the counterpart. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, that's a great idea. I should be right twice. So I'm going to go Bobby Witt. I love being – let's be right twice today. So Bobby Witt.
I was like, oh, you like the other young
I do
AL
like Bobby.
shortstop.
And for a fantasy draft, he is, like, who
Two.
I want.
These two. Like
Ho-
you're saying a reset MLB and you get first pick out of any player. in
No,
MLB.
I'm saying fantasy baseball. That's who I want.
Okay.
I'm a fantasy baseball player.
Okay,
and
yeah.
we'll-
I thought you were saying like an
or,
actual,
or, yeah, if
like
you
an actual
redraft
fantasy,
MLB,
where you redraft everybody. Well, he's not one.
he's not
There's
one.
two guys I'm taking ahead of him.
Are you taking Ellie over him?
No.
Or who? Oh. Ohtani and then who?
Who do you think?
Skeens?
Yeah.
Our producer is a Pirates fan, and you keep just
It's not
making him
for.
happy.
It's not for him.
I
It's
feel like you...
dude, he's a 21-year-old pitcher and he threw sub 2.
Okay. Okay. Let's quickly finish this awards. You got Oh, no, we finished.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Those are the awards we're gonna pick.
So we'll just quickly week signings, and then we'll talk about the Cubs. International free agency. I mean, there's another Shohei Ohtani possibly. 18-year-old. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name. Signed with the A's yesterday. He's a two-way player. Japanese two-way player, 18-year-old. I mean, could be next Shohei Ohtani. Who knows?
Yeah. Right.
We don't know.
There is no other Shohei Ohtani. He's one of
Cubs.
one, but
Actually, we'll just talk about the Cubs signings later. Cardinals signed Pedro Strope's son.
son?
Yeah.
He has a son that's like old enough to play professional. Well, Yeah,
international.
well, I know international free
Signing.
agent, but I was just saying like there's like he's got to be like 15
Here, Pedro Strope's
because
age.
Pedro Strop isn't that old.
Here, I give you Pedro Strope's age. Pedro Strope's age is 39. Oh God.
They signed a kid who's like, when do you have a kid at?
He has to be 16 to sign. So that means his kid's 16.
So you had a kid at.
Royale Strope. Just don't think about it. Just stop thinking.
Hold on.
Stop thinking.
Hold on.
Stop thinking. Stop thinking. I
How
agree.
old's the kid?
No. Stop thinking.
Okay, 23. The kid's 16, right? So you
I
said.
assume so.
Yeah. Okay, 23.
Yeah, he is.
Never mind. Pedro would have been 23. I was like, wow, we're getting really
he's
deep.
a left-handed outfield plus speed and projectable power, and he can be my favorite player if he wears his hat sideways, like his dad. I will instantly love him. I don't care if he's a Cardinal. I will get his jersey, and I will love that guy. Strope was one of my favorite relievers as a Cub. I loved his sideways hat. I thought he was really, and he wasn't bad for the Cubs, really. I mean, he had some implosion.
Do you think
but I mean,
Bob
everyone did.
Costas is going to say that his son is praying to the heavens, to his ancestors again?
I don't know how many people get that reference, but I do.
It's a
I know
very
exactly what you're talking about.
niche baseball reference, but yeah.
Hope I don't know, but so and then I don't have anything else. I know. Oh, all the Dodgers international prospects are being stolen. Love that. I think it's hilarious. The White Sox stole one, and Pirates stole one from the Dodgers because they have to hold all this money for Roki, and the Padres haven't. I don't think signed anyone, and they're actually in talks to try to get more international money. I've heard. So, they haven't signed anyone. People are stealing from the Dodgers. I haven't heard anyone steal from the Padres, but so that's funny that the Dodgers are just losing everyone due to Roki Sasaki. You got any? There was the Jeff Hoffman. I don't really care about talking about it.
He re-signed, right? It was just.
No, he went to the Blue Jays.
I mean, good for them if they get
He failed
Roki.
2 physicals with the Orioles and Braves.
Oh, so then
And
you-
so the Blue Jays got third. The running joke is they won by getting third place.
yeah, they did.
Yeah. So then that's
Hey.
about. I
Hey.
don't know.
Could happen twice. Because I think everybody thinks they're in third for Roki. What if he fails 2
Stop.
physicals with
Stop.
San Diego and LA, and then goes
I don't want.
and then
I
who's your
used to
AL
like
Cy
Blue
Young,
Jays.
Devin?
They've hurt my feelings.
And then who's your AL Cy Young, Devin? If Roki signs with Blue Jays,
McClanahan. So. And then Donovan Solano, Mariners.
woo!
That's their biggest signing.
Woo!
That or Miles Mastroboni.
The
Which
offense is
one?
the offense is saved.
Andrew Kittredge, Orioles. Jorge Lopez, Nationals. Both relievers. All right. Cubs. Time to get pissed. Time to get angry. We got 8 minutes. Let's get angry. Cubs convention. Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
You're going.
I am going for sure.
I'm questionable.
You're
It's up in the
questionable.
air.
So, we'll see. I am looking forward to it. I was sitting in the car this morning, waiting to come inside for school to open, and just looking through the schedule, like marking down scheduling stuff of that. I
Okay,
wanna
can you
go
give me an
to.
autograph?
I can see.
Like
If they
get
sign multiple
get
things.
get like 2 balls. Give him to sign one. Just one player. It doesn't have to do it for everybody. You get an autograph for actually.
Just buy 2 baseballs. You know how much baseballs are? They're like $8.
You have a job.
What? I have to buy.
It's a joke. I'm playing. Well, like you and your brother are gonna get one. So bring a third.
I can do I could have Kyle Tucker sign 2 Astro cards.
I'd take a signed Kyle Tucker
Okay.
card.
That's about.
That's valuable to me. That's sick to have because he's a
Yeah.
Cub. So
Funny enough, I don't need to get Matt Shaw's because for Christmas I got to autograph Matt Shaw.
Well,
PSA
bring a
grade.
different card.
I
of
don't.
Matt.
I don't need to go there though, so I'm not gonna. Why go get that signature?
Cause I can't go those days, Devin.
Sunday you can go. We can get
What if
Moses.
he's not there?
We can get Moses Balsero Sunday.
That's it.
No, there's a couple others here. You talk.
About like Colin Ray. That's what you want me to talk about? Hey, 12 and 6.
We're still on Cubs
Hey,
but yeah, we can just
12
throw it to depression.
12 and 6 record. So,
Stop.
as what?
This
What?
Pirates fans clapping.
12 and 6 record, dude. He has a career 26 and 20.
Matt Shaw's Sunday at 9.
The worst stat in baseball history. He's on a positive side of.
He's in Statcast red for walk percentage. That's it. Everything else is blue.
You 1.2 WAR and a 12 and 6 record. I've seen enough.
What's Assad's WAR?
He is a 4.29 ERA.
No.
Career 4.5.
What are you looking at? Reference?
Baseball reference.
Let me see
So
Assad's WAR.
that's BR. That's reference WAR, not F WAR.
I want to look at Assad's WAR.
Oh, he's bad.
Assad's?
No,
Ray?
Colin Ray. This is not a good. This is just bad.
It's only $5 million though.
So it's a steal by WAR standards. A single WAR is worth $8 million, and we're paying him $5.
That's if he gives us one WAR. Because we're not the Brewers.
12 and 6 record.
As a starter for the Brewers, it's slightly different than a starter for the Cubs. Stop clapping.
As far as I'm concerned, this is the best deal the Cubs have made in the last decade. Outside of it's Kyle Tucker than Colin Ray signing.
Okay, shut up. I like Matthew Boyd's for the price. I like Matthew Boyd.
I know, I'm kidding. This is not good.
But
so he's
serious business.
So he's a starter.
I think he's swingman.
Okay, he's a righty. We have one.
He's the ace. He's the ace righty. He's better than Tyone.
We have a righty starter.
I can't read that.
It's Paul Skeen's stats. Yeah. Hey, still the worst stat ever invented in any sport.
Hey, remember he didn't get that one win against Cubs because your entire bullpen just couldn't throw a strike. But he didn't get the win.
He didn't get a win.
So he could be 12, but the Cubs just decided not to.
Proving that win-loss is the worst stat of all time.
And the Cubs are just better.
Then who?
The Pirates.
Wow.
Cubs haven't spent money like they should. They traded Bellinger's contract. Haven't spent that money. They did not get an agreement with Kyle Tucker, so now they're going to arbitration.
What exactly does that mean? Because I'm not.
So you know how Corbin Burns went to arbitration with the Brewers a couple years ago?
Yeah.
And they got really mad at each other, and that's why Burns got traded, because Burns hated the ownership or the.
Because can't you only sign him for a year then, or something? Isn't
So. Before arbitration deadline, you can come to agreement to not go to a court case of trying to do this. So they'll just come to agreement. Now that the Cubs and Tucker haven't, I think they still can come to agreement. But if they don't, they go to a court case with a judge, and Cubs say why Kyle Tucker's worth less than what he wants, and Kyle Tucker says why he wants more than what he wants.
Or what they want.
More what they want.
Oh,
so Cubs are going to be talking bad about Kyle Tucker.
Dog,
that is what will be happening.
Dog, it's a guy that the Brewers.
And guess what? Really quick, he wanted $17.5 million. Bellinger was 33, and we traded it. And the Cubs were at 15. Tucker won 17.5. And guess what? This was before the Colin Ray thing for $5 million. I'm fine just giving Kyle Tucker $20 million and just not getting Colin Ray.
25.
It's a steal. This guy's going to get $30 million in free agency.
It's Kyle Tucker. What are we saying?
Ricketts is being cheap. I would love to be able
We're
to talk.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Why are we being cheap?
I get not being in the first luxury tax, but this doesn't push it. Giving him $2.5 million.
Dude, it's Kyle Tucker. He's Juan Soto level of an outfielder.
He's a MVP type outfielder.
Yeah, when you add in the defense.
Yeah, he could win MVP.
He's a top 15 player.
I could 100% see this guy be an MVP, top 5 in MVP. And you're not going to. He's worth 30, and you only and he just wanted 17.5.
And you're gonna pay him 15.
I'd give him 18. I'll give him 20.
I'd give him 30. Obviously, we don't have the money for that. But Who cares?
And now that they're going to go fight in this arbitration hearing, now how do they sign him to an extension?
Also, they did that with Corbin Burns. They tried to argue that Corbin Burns wasn't as good as he thought he was.
And they did. That's why Burns was pissed at him, because they blame Burns for not making the playoffs.
Nice.
Because his second half he had like 3.5 ERA.
Oh.
And that's what they said. They blame Burns for not making the playoffs because they not making it far in the playoffs because he didn't pitch well the second half. So that's what happened. So first off, Tucker wasn't even a Cub last year. So I don't know where you're gonna do. What are you going to say? He was injured.
First rounded because he was hurt. Like what?
Are the coaches going to say he's injury? So we don't want to give him $2.5 million. He's injury prone. Cody Bellinger was injured for a month, and we paid him $33. So I don't know what we're doing, why we're penny pinching. It's really annoying. And at CubsCon, I'm hoping to be able to talk to
Kyle Tucker.
No, I mean I want to get a autograph. I don't know how I would.
So he's
say
going
that.
to CubsCon,
Yeah,
even though he's technically not.
He's on the team.
Oh, he's on the team.
No matter what happens at arbitration, he's on the team. It's just, will he be pissed at the team? That's what it is, really.
Yeah.
But when I'm at CubsCon, I think I want to get some video.
Hopefully.
Maybe
I can be
talk
there too.
with some players. Maybe get some talking of the team and stuff, and see what I can get. Maybe ask Kyle Tucker what he feels about
how much he's worth.
I'm not saying that. Say how much do you think you should be paid? I don't think I'll go to that, but we'll see. You should be joining me Sunday.
Hopefully.
I might have a friend that might be there with me. So we'll see what happens. And I don't know. I'm just really mad about the Cubs right now. I'm really mad. Hopefully they do something for CubsCon, because like right now, everything's low. Of the 33 they got rid of for Bellinger, they spent 7.5 on Kyle Thielbar and Colin Ray. It didn't give Kyle Tucker 2.5.
Hey, that's 12-6. Colin Ray to you.
So, I don't know. We got the Blitz coming up right after this with Brendan Gagan, the host.
Peyton
Barrera. I'll be producing it. So our producer Brendan Gagan as well for our show. I'm Devon Osman.
I'm Johnny Clumpy.
And this was Toe in the Rubber.